Hi there, and welcome back to another potato reveal. Today I'm going to harvest one of my former TPS seedlings that I'm growing year after year from my own seed tubers. It's the King Edward cross with the red potatoes and the red flesh. And I think this is the latest variety that I grow. You can tell that the stalks haven't died back fully, and the other plants, there is no green left, so they died back a while ago. And these ones are just in the process of dying back, so the skins won't be cured fully. I will have to be a little bit more careful to not bruise them and keep them in the basement for a bit longer than the others to dry out and firm up the skins before I bring them to their final storage place in the root cellar. And yeah, as you can see, it made really long vines with lots of branches, and we'll see if I can harvest them without knocking the camera over. But at least the big vines kept the weed pressure down, so there's not many weeds here. We'll just get going and see what we can find here. Yeah, and you can see one of the obvious benefits of harvesting a plant when the tops are still green. You can just pull the plant and we'll pull out quite a lot of the potatoes already. Yeah, today I'm running into the same problem like with Linda. I need a second basket because that's a really good harvest. And you can see that the harvest approach here is quite different from regular potatoes. So that's an approach you get when it's a plant that dies back late and where you know that the stolons are quite long, like the wild related potato varieties. Now this has as one of the parents King Edward and something red as the other parent, and I sadly don't know which where the pollen came from. I just gave King Edward every pollen I had available, and something red was successful in making a potato berry and seeds. And I'm thinking it must be something that was closer to wild potatoes than to anything else, because the stolons can be like up to 1/2 meter long, and that's quite far away from the plant. And the ways the stolons grow with the chain of potatoes, that's quite typical for wild potato varieties or not very domesticated ones. And on one side it's very convenient to have it like this, to just grab the plant, pull it, and have most of the potatoes attached to it. On the other hand, if you want to use machinery for harvesting, this wouldn't be that good. So it's always a matter of taste, how you grow your potatoes and how you want to harvest them. So I'll get a second basket and continue on. Okay, there we go. The old plants. Quite a pile. They will go in the compost heap. And wow, that's 2 full baskets. So we have a new winner for best potato in the garden of the year, and that's my King Edward Cross. That's delivering more than Linda. Same number of plants, and that's also delivering more than Bilana down in the lower part of the garden. I also had 12 plants. So yeah, it's a nice one. And I speared 1 or 2. I all put them in this area of the basket, so that's what's for dinner tonight. All the damaged ones, because digging and finding lots of potatoes, and I sliced quite a couple of them. Mostly because they were growing into the path. So it's a variety that makes long stolons and doesn't set all tubers right under the plant like most commercial varieties do. It sets many potatoes right under the plant, but not all of them. And when it's growing further away from the plant center, it is harder to predict where they are. So I was wrong with judging where I can safely insert the fork or the spade. So I was misjudging the distance that I need between the line where the plants were and the line where I can insert the fork safely. So that's something where muscle memory, I don't necessarily think much when I dig out the potatoes. It's like, yeah, this distance should be fine. And then I hit a potato. So that's something to keep in mind, but it happens that you forget and get too close, even when when you bred it your own potato variety and know exactly how it grows. There's still going to be some mishaps every now and then. So don't worry too much about speared or sliced potatoes. You can always just eat them. That's the goal of the whole thing. So thanks for watching. Happy gardening, and see you next time. Bye!